this class, I would ask you to subscribe to the channel, give your like, and leave your comment. Hi people, how are you doing? I hope you're doing fine. Today in our class, we will talk about the question form. So, how to make questions in English. I will show you some examples, we'll talk about some structures. So, let's go. At first, we have to talk about question words. We have here two columns in this table. And the first one we have questions like, are you late? Was she there? Can I help? Have we met before? Whilst in the second column we have the question words. So those are words that are used in interrogative sentences. Like, why are you late? So when you question like that, you want to know the reason why the person is late. When was she there? So when you use when, it means the time when a person was in the place. How can I help? So when you use how, it means the way you do to read something. And where have we met before indicates a place the people had met before. So those are four examples of question words that can be used in English language. You can also do questions with the auxiliary verb do or does. We have here in this image, this table, the affirmative is you work at home, it costs £10. When you use the auxiliary verb do or does, it stays, do you work at home? Does it cost £10? But you can also use the auxiliary verb do and does and the question words as we saw before. Like in the example, where do you work and how much does it cost? So as you can see, we have a variety of structures to deal with questions in English. You can also use the auxiliary verb did, that it's the auxiliary verb do and does in the past. And we have some examples here, like we have the affirmative, she went home, they went to the cinema. When you make the question, you can use did she go home? Did they go to the cinema? You can also use the question words like where did she go? Where did they go? And here in the image you can see it's a cinema, but is a drive-in cinema that it was common in the previous century, 20th century. But because of the pandemic and the restrictions, the social distance, it came back to life, and so in some places some people are watching movies like that. They go by car or even concerts. Some people they watch concerts like that, what I think is a bit weird, but we have to do the way we can in the situation we're living in. Now, talking about questions with who or what. In some questions, who or what is the subject of the verb. There is no inversion of subject and verb in these questions. So, we have here some examples. Who broke the window? Who is knocking on the door? So, these are two examples when you don't follow the previous structure. Then we use auxiliary verb and so on and so forth. In this case, you don't use the verb, you use only the main verb. So there is no auxiliary verb to make the interrogative form when you use who or what. As we are talking about question form, question structures, I bring you here this cultural element that is completely connected to question, that is the quiz. A quiz is a form of game or mind sport in which players attempt to answer questions correctly about a certain or variety of subjects. Quizzes can be used as a brief assessment in education and similar fields to measure growth in knowledge, abilities, or skill. They can also be televised for entertaining purposes, often in a game show format. And here we have this image ready for a quiz. So some of you had watched those quizzes, and when people go there and they have to answer questions, and if they answer the question right, they get some money. If they answer wrong, they lost the money. So it's a type of entertainment that makes people very interesting because it's about knowledge of people. As we are talking about quizzes, I bring you here Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is an international television game show franchise of British origin. In its format, contestants tackle a series of multiple choice questions to win large cash prizes in a format that twists on main game show genre conventions as they tackle questions that become increasingly difficult. And as the questions are going, they got more difficult, you get more money. We have here in the image an example that you have 4 alternatives and you have to answer the right one. The expression is once in a, and there's a color you have to fulfill. And the expression is once in a blue moon. That means something that happens not very often, just in a specific moments. So if I was part of this quiz, I would at least answer this question right. And to finish our class about question 4, I bring you here Slumdog Millionaire. Slumdog Millionaire is a 2008 British drama film. There is a loose adaptation of the novel Q&A from 2005 by Indian author Vikas Swarup, telling the story of an 18-year-old Jamal Malik from the Juhu slums of Mumbai, starring Devi Patel as Jamal and filmed in India. The film was directed by Danny Boyle. So, as you can see here, it's like the dream of poor people is like that. You live in bad conditions as living in the slums. The slums is the equivalent of favelas in Brazil. And some people, they dream about winning a lottery. They dream about make part of a quiz and get a lot of money, become millionaire. And some of them, they don't know what they're gonna do after that. So in the moment you fulfill your dream, what comes next? And so this is a move about this situation, and as we're talking about quizzes, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, we have here an example in the move area. Hi people, how are you doing? My question to you is related to our class when you discuss about question form, quizzes, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? And my question to you is that, what kind of quiz do you think you would win and why? So, what kind of subject or subjects you think you are fluent enough to win $1 million by taking part of a quiz about this subject? So, bring me your answer and let's check it out. Bye bye.